What's good, people? What's good, everybody? How everybody doing? I wanted to come out today and speak a little bit on some history that needs to be known, that needs to be shared. I'm outdoors today. Most importantly, we should always try to be in the sunlight. We should always try to be outdoors, try to get more in tune with nature, understanding that everything that we want and desire, nature can provide it for us, as well as understanding the role you play on this earth. So I don't know if you all can really see my poster because it don't look like it's going to be. Matter of fact, I'm going to move somewhere where it's a little bit more brighter. But I don't know how I'm going to do this. Let's see. I'm outdoors. Hopefully it won't stop. Hopefully I won't get disconnected or interrupted. Hope everybody is doing okay. My name is Happy L. Segment. I am a holistic teacher, energy healer, specializing in Reiki, um, Qigong, and numerology charts. So what I came today is to really talk about what's interesting enough when it comes to the history of who we are and where we come from and how we play a big major role in this part of the universe. Needs to be expressed a little bit more, and everybody now is under attack spiritually because we have been indoctrinated so long with religion type of thinking aspects. And so this is a way to awaken those around me. Currently looking for my soul tribe, my soul group, understanding that making a difference within myself as well as helping others make a difference within them. So this is actually a poster I made. I don't have too much to work with, but I am grateful for what I do. So I wanted to go over this poster, but it looks like it's not going to work because you really can't see it. I really wanted you to see the pictures on the poster. That is actually Tahuti Thought Hermes. He comes with a whole list of names, and he is actually the grand architecture as well as astronomy, astrology, chemistry, alchemy. He actually invented like a whole world of new science to actually understand how we are connected to the stars. So I'm just gonna put that to the side right there. Definitely, I want to first give thanks to I want to give thanks to the ancestors, give thanks to the celestial ancestors, give thanks to the four corners of the earth, the elements of the earth itself, as well as the universe. And I welcome all entities known and unknown to push forward these messages with any type of malice to actually help the next person elevate. So I'm gonna get right into it. We're gonna go into my notes. We're gonna actually talk about Kemet, ancient Kemet, which is basically the start and the root of all religions. Oops, wrong book. And I'm just gonna go into some details about actually let's see. Okay, we're gonna get into the ancient Kemetic science, which is Peptasme or Sma, which means heaven and earth unite. Yoga means union, philosophy, which means yoga. And basically, we are under a hierarchy of entities that were before us, and now all these entities actually live within us. And so we actually can call on these entities and call on these gods to actually come rescue our soul from this abyss that we are in when it comes to actually being mentally stuck of not understanding truly who we are. So this is just some information. You can actually get the book yourself. It's called The Chatwa Netter, and it's by Mutwa Ashby. And Chatwa Netter actually means the way of the hidden being. Egyptian yoga, which is nothing but the hymns of Amun. Now, Amun basically is the hidden self in all. and it's spelled Amun. That's actually where they got the saying for amen. So that's exactly what it is. So Netter actually is referred to as Neber, the Neber Betcher, or Amen Ra Patah. So Amen Ra Patah is the Holy Trinity, and it's represented by a sun disk or a flag. So Amen, Ra, and Ptah is known as the first Holy Trinity. So in ancient Egyptian religion, Shetwa Neter, which was the language of symbols, they provide the first historical record of a mystical philosophy and religious literature. And the literature itself, in the ancestral days, were actually called the mystical spirituality. So, and of course, the home foundation of that is in Africa. Every continent was connected, and so they had a kind of continental drift, and they call it the Big Bang theory or whatever the case. But as time went progressed, parts of the world had broken off to itself because of the destruction from not just man, but from the basis of having to move through evolution as far as move old energy out the way to make new for way for new energy. And so now, dealing with these mechanisms of understanding self, you can go and trace this literature and the history all the way back to the Sumerians, the Aztecs, the Dogon. It's extremely a lot more groups of people that actually knew for a fact that we were from among the stars. So, I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get into it. I'm just gonna continue to read about the Chateau Netter by Mutwa Ashby, and it's expressing exactly what we are supposed to be doing to actually elevate ourselves and to move forward to understand ourselves better. And the only way you're really going to go that is not looking outside of yourself. You have to look within yourself to understand yourself. So now that's what time it is. Instead of looking outside for a savior, understand that inwardly you are your own savior. So let's move past, and I want to read a passage from her. It says, "Women and man live in bondage and duality, but through love and a devotion to spirituality, the harmonious union of one's male and female aspects, raising one's spiritual life force through inner purification, climbing the pyramid of immortality by the practice of yoga. With balance, order, good judgment, and wisdom, one is transformed, one gains life eternal. This is the most beautiful attainment, the transcendental vision of eternal union of all opposites." So that's basically discussing that we are in bondage. We are kind of like binded to um, our own negative energy in a sense, to where we are dual people. We share both poles of feminine and masculine. The masculine would be the father mind, as they speak in modern day religion, the father, and the other side of us would be the feminine side, which definitely would be the mother mind, which is the mother goddess, triple Typhon, uh, triple blackness of space, Typhon, Lilith. We have a whole list of goddesses that play a big part in actually developing Earth through the cosmic womb. So it's basically just that passage just really lets you know that you do have two sides to yourselves. You do need to understand, the morale of understanding yourself, and as well as to make sure that what you are learning and who you are learning from, which are basically just giving you sparks, that they are actually steering you in the right direction. If you really don't feel they are, ask your spirit guide to guide you. Ask your ancestors to guide you. Ask your higher self to guide you. Open your mind to a new way of thinking. Okay, excuse me. And so it's definitely worth uh experimenting with, and it's definitely worth giving it a chance. I'm telling you now because I'm going through that right now. So basically, KMT is Egypt, which means the birthland of blackness and burnt people. Neter, which is that means God, and Neteru is God or gods, and Amun means the hidden one. Netzerism, which is the oldest known, Netzerism is derived from the name Shatu Netzer, but it's one of the oldest known. I'm gonna use religion, but the oldest, one of the oldest spiritual laws that had been embedded in stone from our ancestors, and they left these hieroglyphs, and they left all these different types of learning how to transmute the mind into a higher standpoint of spirituality, to where we actually can use these things. Except it's not just been hidden, but it's more so been pushed to the back, to where a lot of us did not go look. You have to go look for this information, even though it's out there. You have to want to have the free will to want to know this information. So let's move forward, because I want to get into all of it, and a lot of it had to do with a lot of oral tradition. Um, Nuke poo nuke is something you can say, and it's nothing but I am that I am. I am that I am is nuke poo nuke, and it's one of the hinds from affirmations from one of the book of coming forth by day. So again, that's a good book to get, because that's actually where a lot of the text in the Bible, the King James Bible, a lot of that text comes from. They call it now, the modern day name for it is the Book of the Dead. So a lot of that information actually came exactly from. I'm getting my vitamin D on, and it's burning me up, y'all. But it actually came from there, you know. So we're gonna go into the making of this world, which are atoms, which they speak about in the Bible of Adam. So atom, which is atom, is a molecule, of course, you know that, to where they put these molecules together, start spiraling, and boom, we got Earth. So atom is really where the start of things of this existence have came from. So the universe is infinite in all directions, both at the atomic micro level and at the planetary, which is the macro level. Matter is 99.9 empty space surrounded by an idea, information, thought, or consciousness. That black matter, or that forces of energy that surround us as a whole, is nothing but the primordial substance that we come from. And the primordial substance that we come from, which is our being chaotic beings, or actually it's like the beginning of the beginning point of existence. And carbonated beings is their representation of that black start, that black point of existence. So the atoms, which is the energy, come together to create molecules, and then the molecules from objects. So matter and energy is held together by consciousness. Consciousness is the underlying support of all things in the universe. Let me repeat that. Consciousness is the underlying support of all things in the universe. So basically, you get a proton positive matter, which is negative, which is proton negative, and then you antimatter. They crash together, and the particles turn into energy, which are wave patterns. So the higher the vibration, the higher your spirituality. The lower vibration, the lower your you actually into a mortal way of thinking, a human way of thinking, not understanding your immortality. So that is how this realm was created. And of course, if you didn't know, the created universe does not exist except as perceived through the mind of the individual. The created universe really does not exist except as perceived through the mind of the individual. Okay? Merkari is the illusion of time. And Ptah means all life, stability, and strength. So now, like I was saying, Dogon and the Zulu are the oldest tribes expressed coming from the stars. The Zulu tribe actually comes from Mars, and the Dogon tribe expressed us coming from Ceres, planet B. So it's ABC series, and we come from series B. And series B, known today as a planet, would be Saturn. So that is our home planet, where the primordial existence of that point starts. So that's the home base. Besides Africa, we have a true home base beyond the stars. So what a blessing, I say. So the soul is immortal, uh, one netter, which is God, expressed in variations of colors. Mystical experience requires the seeker to develop a lifestyle based on virtue in both mental and physical health. Health. Mystical experience is a necessary part of existence and evolution of the soul. The primal life force, which would be Egyptian Rabu 2, conditioning one's mind to believe he is real, which is the physical, instead of immortal. Sorry, y'all. Duality, in which the soul, through its identification with the mind and body, becomes bound to the rules of physical reality, which apply to the mind and the body. So our bodies, our souls are trapped in this body. It's actually, the body protects the soul, it protects the organs, it protects the senses. It's actually nothing but a vehicle. It's actually nothing but an avatar. And the true thyself is on a higher spiritual plane, waiting for your physical self to catch up. So that's simple. Your higher being of spirituality and your higher self of already your created being in a whole nother astral realm is just waiting for you to catch up. So I'm trying to catch up. And so we're gonna move forward. Because this book has a lot of interesting information. It is definitely on point, and it just gets you to actually just open up the subconscious mind of thinking. It actually gets you to start understanding, you wanting to go towards your purpose and wanting to know your purpose. So I'm gonna end it on this because people need to know who is what and who is who. Heru is actually where they get the name Jesus, the story of Jesus from, and he means day and light. The philosophical definition of Mayat, which is the Mother Mary that they speak of with Jesus, is really truly Mayat, Maat. They represent her with the feather, but they shouldn't, because I know feather is, I think, shoe. So, but the philosophical definition of Maya is that which is unchanging. It was the same in the beginning of time. It is the same now and will be the same forever. Maya represents truth, justice, righteousness, order. Change is the only reality. Your heart is your life force. Your breath is your life force. Without your breath, you have no life. So I always tell people the 4-7-8. So you breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for 7, and release for 8. So you go, and uh, that is a universal breathing technique that you can use on a daily basis, not even realizing that you're doing it. But that's one that you can do to get connected to the universe itself, real quick. So those who live today will die tomorrow. Those who die tomorrow will be born again. Those who live by Mayat will not die. The reality of a thing, it is relation to the Creator, not that which we see it. We see it was reacted by the word of the Creator. The word is its true name. To know a thing true name is to know its true power. To pronounce it exactly is to release its energy. Truth is but one. thy doubt or of thine own reasoning, it that made virtues what they are planted also in thee a knowledge of their preeminent act of the soul dictates to thee, and the end shall always be right. So again, Mayat represents truth, justice, and righteousness in order. And if you was to live in that aspect of being, you will live forever. You don't have to come back here and try it again. The relative reality is a illusion, and we must transcend relative reality to live within the absolute reality. The body, which is the life force, the senses is called sekhem, and prana is the individual, vitality is prana, and the individual consciousness is the mind ego. So the closer you get to the truth, the simpler it is. Truth is not simple except to those who know everything. The wise person who acts with mayat is free of falsehood and disorder. The law is cold, truth is cold, Aset is blindfolded, because justice is unprejudiced. Truth has the force of motion behind it. Truth and knowledge produce courage. The laws of God are the first thing the seeker will find on the way to the truth. This is a proverb from ancient Kemet. The human soul is essentially a piece of God, and as it were. It also has a shadow. Become a transmitter like Ptah and do the work. They who reside in their caves, Egyptian proverb. One may become a one may become a conductor of the divine power of God and do the work of the netters, be becoming in harmony with them. Become the Ra of Heru and the netters. The spirit is our true essence. This misunderstanding of self or what it perceives causes death, bondage, and pain. The body acts as a transducer of cosmic energy, which is sexual energy. A devotee of Aset is one who ponders over sacred matters and seeks therein for the hidden truth. While all is in the all, it also true that the all is in all. Let me repeat that. While all is in the all, it is also true that the all is in all. So the all is in all, and we are in the all. And we are a part of the all, just different pieces of consciousness spread it out, doing our own individual understanding of thyself and own individual work for thyself. So we all have our own personal identification as a spirit. And so we're actually playing out this movie on earth of how we're going to transmute and be the best version of ourselves. So let's see if anything else with my notes that needs to be said. Yeah, the Uranuses are our seven, our seven bodies. So, and see, this is what I was talking about too. I want to say this because I said this on a video that put on, but the ancient hieroglyphs and things of that nature, when it comes to the letters and the alphabets, one letter meant a whole word. So, like for instance, this is is the word. It encompasses all possible sounds of creation if pronounced properly. So it's spelled A-U-M. It actually is a four-syllable word with three letters. So the first letter of is A, which equals physical reality, waking state of consciousness, awareness of the physical. The U means the dream state consciousness of the astral body. The M means deep sleep state, go beyond the waking and dream state in contact with the real self. The real self. In the parentheses that goes along with so it's spelled A-U-M parentheses. The parentheses is the silence after the M sound is finished, symbolize the transcending of the three previous states. So has multi-purpose just for saying it, but you want to say it right. Um, and I always say to people, you do as you do as such. Do it like you want. You don't have to be perfect or be some type of shaman to pronounce the word and that word alone connects you to the creator. Like a text message, like how they tell us we gotta go through the pastor to get to Jesus. No, you have your own individual way of getting closer to the creator and understanding who you are. You don't need no middleman. The work has to be done by you. So um let's see if that's it. Okay, I want to talk about that because I think I'm gonna get a tattoo of the scarab. The beetle, the scarab beetle, which is a sacred beetle, which means the transformation of self. So I want to read just that, and then I'm going to end it. It says, the scarab is the symbol of transformation from mortal consciousness to eternal consciousness, from animal to spirit. I am one with Haru on this day of clothing, opening the storehouses of washing the steel of heart, unbolting the door of concealed things in Rasta. I am one with Haru. You can actually say that. That's a prayer. It's a hymn. It's something that you can express to the Creator, letting them know that you understand or you wanting to understand. And all this information, the 7 Uranuses or my body, my image is now eternal. The 7 Uranuses or my body, my image is now eternal. So, since your image is now eternal, you have to fight for your immortality. Understanding that transformation is a necessity for growth. Transmuting your mental state of consciousness to upgrading it and allowing the subconscious to sync a new paradigm or a new program of a way of thinking is the way to actually go go towards your transformation of self. So again, please, if you have any questions, you want a consultation, or you just want to get together, talk, and build, or you want to book me for any type of events when it comes to learn about the cosmic body, the cosmic mind, the cosmic truth, please leave me email at universal soul soul thinking at gmail.com. Again, on IG, my name is the original happy, da underscore ORIG underscore happy, HAPPI. And on YouTube, of course, happy El Segment, Universal Soul Thinking channel. So I want to thank everybody. I'm getting in the groove of things when it comes to actually expressing myself and actually being on camera and speaking the truth about the matter at hand. So I want to thank everybody. Appreciate everyone for listening. So until we see each other again, peace, love, and energy. Peace.